Michigan? Yeah, well, most of them can't get out of bed this early anyways. Of course, we all know they weren't up watching basketball. Anyways, how many of you, this is your first Hash Bash? How many of you came to smoke pot at the Hash Bash? Yeah, I know. Well, here's the deal, folks. My name's Adam Brook, and I'm your MC today. We've got a bunch of speakers that are going to talk to you about legalization and changing the law and all kinds of things. We've got a special guest here today who's the author of a book about Rainbow Farms. Unfortunately, we have some uninvited guests. Would you gentlemen with the badges please raise your hand? All right, they won't. So you want to know who they are? Sit down. Everybody suggest you do that, because on campus, if you get caught with marijuana, it's a misdemeanor. They arrest you, they take you away, and they take your weed and they write you a ticket. And you gotta go to court, and then it says misdemeanor. Except the real story is that most of the time you can actually plea bargain it down to the local civil infraction that we have in our local courts here, because of course the judges are a little more sane than the legal system at the University of Michigan. So keep that in mind. If you do get busted, make sure you have a lawyer. Make sure your lawyer requests that, since this is a local matter, that they do plea bargain it down. Many times they will. But we're hoping that you don't get busted. So we're going to suggest that you don't smoke weed on campus. All right. It's like, who's saying this shit? Anyway. Canada right now, so y'all know they're getting high. Of course, they couldn't make it, but I'm hoping in the near future we can actually put that together and get a big national act like the Black Crowes, who we all know supports this. And one thing you should do. How many of you are internet savvy? Really? Come on, man. I talk to people all the time. How many of you got access to computers? How many of you know where your public library is? All right, the rest of you need to quit smoking weed. No, seriously. Check out on the internet, friendsofcannabis.com. It's the most...
And they didn't call me. I sobbed for days. It was a terrible, terrible situation. I'm still ready. I want to make it known that I can wear a cardigan, I can take it off, I can put it on, I can put it in my closet, I can have a wonderful neighborhood.
He gave our children that same speech when they were sitting in his class at 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. When one of our people marched through Monroe, and I made a sign, I said, "Don't jail my kindergartners." And I marched right through Monroe with Howard Wooldridge, who was riding his horse through Monroe. And everybody in Monroe saw my sign, and the picture was on the front page of the paper. I don't want my kindergarten children put in jail.
Ain't that some shit? And Howard was cool, man. He rode across the United States on a horse, trying to free the weed, you know? Hey, now. This is where it gets really cool, because I get to introduce you to some of the folks from around the state of Michigan who are involved with NORML. And many of you may not be NORML members. I would hope that all of you today, when we go over to Monroe Street at 1 o'clock for the Monroe Street Fair, will join us and sign up for NORML at the table, the NORML booth that we have there. Also, NORML is going to be doing a fundraiser. Today, one of our guest speakers is Dean Kuipers, and we'll be bringing him out in a little bit. Dean wrote a book called Burning Rainbow Farm, which is the story of Rainbow Farms and what happened out there. And of course, Tom and Raleigh were big supporters of Hash Bash, so being that this is the 35th anniversary of the Hash Bash, and we know Michigan NORML. So next up from Lansing, Mr. Richard Clement.
What's up, Dewaville? Greetings, I'm Richard Clement. I'm the Director of Minority Affairs for NORML. I was a state Senate candidate in Lansing, Michigan. I was running on medical marijuana and decriminalization legalization. Okay, Lansing, Michigan, 80% of all the drug arrests are Hispanics and blacks. Okay, because the drug war is a tax on the backs of the blacks and everybody. Okay, Driver One, we want to create additional UAW jobs here with hemp fuel. Can everybody say hemp fuel? Already. Free the weed.